Medical checkup.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
I guess we cured him from his affliction. So now that we cured him, though, can we...
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
Okay, he still has a throat problem, though, so...
Do you need any help?
Thank you, Dr. Reed, but you've done enough already. The rest is up to me now.
Okay.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
If anything, I'll feed off of your mom because she's a
In certain
bitch.
I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I have to choose my victims wisely. Remember, citizens' blood will provide you a massive XP boost. Look for citizens of... So that's the thing, though. I'm kind of wondering if feeding on people will kill them or not. I guess I have to try first. Maybe do like a little save. And then, let's see if I want to like feed on people or not. So if it doesn't kill them, I'll be okay. But if it kills people,
Please, Jonathan, come in.
I just gotta test it out.
Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be...
So there's 3 hints to do.
Also new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea, but my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
There is an absurd poetry to my situation. Physician, heal thyself.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
There is no need to apologize, Edgar. You offered me sanctuary when I had none.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Oh, of course.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my call.
Liaison.
And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
Okay. Well, now that we finally can roam around his office. A clue for him. So we'll talk to him and then another time. Cool, dude. Whoa. Hey, how's everyone doing? Happy Spooky Month. Then tomorrow. Oh yeah, Sparking Zero comes out tomorrow, right? Oh. Hi. How was the stream? Hopefully good.
Do you need something, Jonathan?
I need to talk to you.
I have just a few questions.
Then ask away. I'm at your service, Doctor.
Let's see. About the hospital.
Since I'm the one working for you, what should I know about Pembroke Hospital?
Well, for many
Can't
years,
stream
we have
until
been the
6
only
p.m.
medical
Probably because of
facility
the
in
whole
this part of
embargo,
town that
right?
people
Or
can rely on.
it's available
We
until then.
support the community here, as well as provide health care.
Ah, you were playing this game too. Yeah, today is the second day we're playing it. We haven't gotten too far into the game, but today is going to dictate if we're going to keep continuing this during Horror Month or might have to put it on hold for a bit. It depends. Yeah, gotta go on to more kind of like horror-based games, but we'll see. Depends. What's gonna dictate this is the combat system, leveling system, and overall feel of the game. So hopefully in about 2 hours from now, we'll have a consensus on if we're gonna continue this.
Where do we stand today?
Oh, to be honest, we cope on a day-to-day basis. The first wave of the Spanish flu last summer took us by surprise. We lack many of the basic necessities needed.
What do you expect of me?
What we need is hope.
Hope?
You were a soldier. This is a war. This white coat's still a uniform. We fight to help the poor, the sick of the East End, the forgotten.
Yeah, that's pretty much my plan too, is play this in between another game. The other game that we're going to be starting today is Dredge, which is definitely going to be a full playthrough. But I think ever since we've had this, I think we've had this since the first year it came out, or maybe the year after. But for some unknown reason, it's taken me this long to actually start playing it.
You mentioned something about a secret society. A brotherhood, if I recall. Could you elaborate?
Certainly. I've been a member of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole for several years. We are pledged to monitor and report vampire activity in England as impartial scientific observers.
Yet you don't fear me. And still, you know the monster that lurks beneath the civilized surface.
The Brotherhood has studied your kind for centuries. We believe you are as supernatural as a lion is to a gazelle.
That explains your nightly wanderings about the docks and the questions you ask.
I feel it wasn't mere coincidence that led us to that part of town. There was something as yet unseen that set those chain of events in motion.
Yeah, there's a large amount of people, especially these days, especially if you own like a computer, you have a Steam account, you have multiple consoles and everything. You know, you might have a PlayStation Plus subscription or you have Game Pass. Everyone's back catalog of games they need to play or eventually beat has escalated exponentially for the past, I don't know, I would have to say 10 years. I think for the past 10 years, everyone's backlog, the games they need to either start playing eventually or beat, has been growing every day. Mine included. Ever since I started back up streaming again, I think I've been working on my back catalog for at least 6 to 7 years now, and I have yet to finish it. So maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll finish my backlog.
Since you seem quite the expert on vampires, what could you tell me about my condition and how it came about?
As men of science, our first step is always to start with what we know. Forget the myths, the hackneyed scrawlings, and the penny dreadfuls. They do not scratch the surface of the truth you now find yourself in.
The sun. The morning following my transformation. Its rays burned me. There was pain, smoke, and my skin blackened.
You will find there is very little that can kill a vampire, my friend. You have been offered relative immortality. The sun will most certainly hurt you, leaving you weakened and damaged, but it will not destroy you.
Must I take a life to live?
You are a vampire. You feed, and blood is the sole sustenance that can sustain your immortal frame. And only a living creature contains the nourishment you require.
The man we pursued and slew in the canning factory, William Bishop, I believe, was he a vampire?
He was a Skald, technically speaking. The debate rages as to their classification. Some think them a subspecies of vampire, others something else.
How do Skalds come into existence?
The name means slave. The etymology may indicate that they are a lesser species of vampire. From what I know, vampires tend to despise them.
Just for clarity, what differences are there between myself and a Skald?
A Skald is easier to eliminate, Jonathan, even if they remain formidable foes for the unprepared. Vampires exist beyond the mortal realm.
We'll see each other again soon, Edgar.
All dialogue exhausted. Now we need to go back downstairs, but before that, I kinda wanna do some evolution. We must evolve. We want to survive. Let's see. Let's see, that's about 13K. Hooey. Have anything that only costs 100? Body condition. Okay. Try and get a little bit beefy when it comes to the health output. So every time we invest point into something, we go up a level. That's good to know. Alright, now I have to confirm. And I think the next time I do some evolution stuff, we'll do a... Oh, what's this? Major district event. Every night, the consequences of your actions may improve or degrade the district health status. So far, it doesn't seem like it went down. Can also be degraded due to diseases spreading among citizens. Plunged into chaos. Interesting. Yeah, we cured him of his fatigue. We have another person still suffering from fatigue. So I think once we cure him... So most likely if we find someone with a disease, we really want to have at least priority to cure them. It's good to know. Well, this house is healthy. So if we want to make a... Oh, we can make another fatigue. Sweet. Another thing to cure fatigue. Alright, all the patients are going to be downstairs. I gotta find that other guy that has the thing that needs to be cured of fatigue. Okay, here it is. In order to find him, let's double check. No, didn't mean to do that. So it's Clay Cox. I gotta find Clay Cox. Don't know exactly where he is or if he's in this area. Isn't he the guy that was in that knife fight? Is he not in the hospital yet? Milton. There's an unknown lady still. Yeah, I haven't been able to get to her. It's her. Wait. There's a couple still unknown factors here. There's an unknown person there, and well, maybe she is the unknown.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough.
Lady Ashbury.
Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet Lady of Mercy.
Wait, I'm trying to remember if she was the vampire?
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you.
Yeah, she was the vampire.
You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a the lady who saved me that night. Before
Hold your
vanishing
tongue.
into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
Apologies. You've taken me by surprise. I'm very happy to see you.
The pleasure is mine, Doctor.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Have any of the patients given you trouble?
These poor souls have so little left to live for. I do my best to ease their pain.
The world would be a better place if it were cared for by women like you.
You make me blush. I am simply a necessary evil.
Pardon my boldness, Your Ladyship, but I have questions concerning this condition we share.
As a newborn, your hunger for answers is rivaled only by your thirst for blood. But the questions need wait.
I'm a scientist. My trade is in the deciphering of mysteries, and I need information to feed my mind.
I will gladly answer every question you have, but first, prove yourself capable of resolving my predicament without eating the culprit.
for some reason, my mic was not working. I think it's because Claire was playing with the hardware. So I had to keep. Alright, I think I got my mic working again. It's a little weird. Hope my mixer's not dying. I mean, I got money to replace the mixer, but I really don't want to have to buy a new one anytime soon. Sorry about that. I had to, like, I don't know why my... Oh, so if you hold that... I don't know what caused that. It was weird. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye out on my mic.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
What are your expectations? Please be precise.
As the newly appointed surgeon of this hospital, you are in an excellent position to ask innocent questions and deftly learn the identity of my blackmailer.
Okay.
Who would be so foolish as to threaten you? A kindred spirit.
Even if it were the case, and I highly doubt it, a vampire would have asked for something more valuable than money. My suspicions lean toward a patient or their family.
If we're dealing with an ordinary criminal, surely you've the means to deal with it yourself, if I may.
As immortal tradition doth dictate, all fangs and hypnotic eyes ablaze, the blood would run like a river. That's what I hope to avoid. Violence has a tendency to spiral out of control.
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
Is it true?
Now aren't you the blunt one?
Excuse my impertinence, your ladyship. This is not an interrogation. I assure you that this line of questioning is in your best interest.
In all honesty, I'm not simply a patron to the hospital. My visits serve a dual purpose. Dr. Swansea has been treating my condition with a revolutionary technique of blood transfusion. It seems you are a specialist in the domain.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
Yeah,